Former Ospreys head coach Sean Holley has lifted the lid on a referee he still bears a grudge against. An infamous old-school tour of Ireland that ended with 6 players being sent home, and why he has no regrets about stepping away from coaching. Now 55, Holley has swapped the touchline for life as a co-owner of a golf business, while also carving out a successful career in public speaking and rugby punditry. He recently appeared on the Offload Podcast, hosted by former Ospreys winger Tommy Bowe and ex-Munster lock Donncha O'Callaghan. Reflecting on Ospreys' memorable run to the 2010 Celtic League title, Holley recalled the brutal schedule that saw his side face Munster, Ulster and Leinster away from home in the closing weeks of the season. That run came on the back of heartbreak in the Heineken Cup quarterfinal, where Ospreys fell 29-28 to Biarritz in San Sebastian. "We lost to Biarritz in San Sebastian. That's a different story," Holley said. 3 of the scruffiest drop goals Damien Trail ever scored. Then we had a penalty, the clock had gone red, the arm was out, and George Clancy, whom I never want to meet in the street ever again, blew up for full time. With Ospreys trailing by 1 point, Dan Biggar attempted a speculative drop goal, knowing a penalty directly in front of the post would follow. When the kick fell short, Clancy ended the match. "We were desolate," Holley admitted. Philo Tita was retiring, and I said to our captain, Ryan Jones, "We can't let this great man go out like this." I told him I had a vision of us reaching the final and lifting the cup together. That vision became the fuel for what Holley described as an old-school tour of Ireland. Because of a postponed fixture earlier in the season, Ospreys were required to play 3 matches in a single week. Rather than flying back and forth, the coaching staff convinced the board to let the squad remain in Ireland throughout. The plan worked. Ospreys beat Munster at Thomond Park in front of 20,000 supporters before defeating Ulster at Ravenhill, where Bowe scored the bonus point try in front of 15,500 fans. With 2 wins and a bonus point secured, Ospreys needed only a losing bonus point against Leinster to reach the final. That was when Holley made a decision he still laughs about today. "I told the boys in the hotel, 'You will never play for this club again if I see somebody without a beer in their hand,'" he said. "I wish I'd never said it. They absolutely trashed the hotel. I had to send 6 of them home." Holley joined Ospreys in 2003 at the very beginning of the regional era, working alongside Lynn Jones, whom he still regards as the best coach he ever worked with. "Lynn is a technical and tactical genius," Holley said. "He taught me so much. The level of detail in the attack was unbelievable, and it really encouraged my creativity." Holley stepped away from coaching after his final role at Bristol in 2016. While he admits there were moments when he missed it, particularly when watching Welsh rugby struggle, he says family ultimately made the decision for him. "For the first couple of years, I really did miss it. I had some great offers," he explained, "but every time one came in, I'd sit the family down and they'd say, 'Don't do it. You're a better dad, a better husband. You're around more.' That persuaded me." His growing involvement in television and analysis helped fill the void. "I was probably watching more rugby than ever," he said. "I created a niche for myself on TV and still felt immersed in the game. Now, I couldn't think of anything worse than putting cones down." Holley also believes many modern coaches lose sight of what really matters. "Rugby is about people," he said. "It's about relationships, honesty, and getting the best out of each other. Sometimes that means having a beer and a laugh. Sometimes it means pulling someone into the office and telling them exactly why they're not picked." As a young coach without an elite playing career, Holley knew he had to earn respect the hard way. "I never played for Wales. I had to give of myself," he explained. "I was the same age as Scott Gibbs when he was captain. I earned his respect by working with him, helping him improve, even spending time on his left arm pass." That approach extended to kickers like Gavin Henson, James Hook, and Dan Biggar, and Holley believes it defined his coaching journey. "You earn respect by being yourself," he said. "That stood me in good stead and gave me a great coaching career. I wouldn't have changed a thing."